Okay, hello 7th grade. It's good to see everybody. I hope you all can see me. I can't see you. So we are going to do task 2 lab today from my basement instead of the school's lab. So here we are, we're all set up. I have my trusty assistant Henry here. And we are going to drop cans on this piece of Play-Doh. So we are testing the factors of kinetic energy. All right, so we're going to do two different, there's the cat. We're going to do two different labs. This is part 1, where we are going to be dropping a can on the Play-Doh, and we're going to be throwing, quote unquote, throwing the can on the Play-Doh to see which method of releasing the can, dropping or throwing, is going to cause more impact on the Play-Doh. I think you can probably already infer as to which method of releasing the can is going to affect that. Bye-bye cat again, but we are going to show you, okay?
Okay.
So we are going to release this can. We're going to drop it, and then we are going to, quote unquote, throw it onto the Play-Doh to see which one creates more of an impact, more deformation. All right, kinetic energy is the energy of motion. So which type of motion is going to have more impact on the Play-Doh? And the Play-Doh we want at 3 centimeters, which is close enough, so we're going to take this toothpick. And I'm just going to mark it if I can here. Barely. I think I got something though. And that's just going to tell me for each time I do this where 3 centimeters is, because I want to start at 3 centimeters each time. If you looked at the key vocabulary, you saw that there's a control variable. Let's look at that again. Oh. There's a control variable. Oh, that's bad. All right, sorry about that. Take 1. This is me doing it by myself. I don't have my trusty cameraman with me anymore. Control variable is what remains the same in an experiment. Independent variable is changed by these scientists, and you only want to make sure that's only one thing that you're changing. Because if you're changing all sorts of variables, well, you don't know what's affecting what. And then you have the dependent variable, which is just basically your outcome, what happened in the lab. All right, and then the impact is, well, how much impact has the independent variable had on your object. So our impact is what we're going to be looking at on our clay. How much impact is happening there? Play-Doh. Thank you. And what happened to it?
There's a hole in it, that's all.
Okay. All right. So we are going to drop and throw from 30 centimeters. So that's basically one ruler. And we want to make sure and try our best to get the middle of the can hit the Play-Doh. Just going to bring out the Play-Doh a little bit from the wall since it's a bigger can. Ooh. Okay, so then we take another toothpick, put it in where the most deformation is. Go right there. I'm going to make my mark. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, so we measured that, and that was, the Play-Doh was now 2.5 centimeters at that point of deformation. So the amount of squish, which is our outcome, was 0.5 centimeters. So now we are going to throw the can on the Play-Doh, and we're going to see if there's more impact on the clay.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, sorry. All right, Henry, will you hold my camera so I can throw it? Now, throwing is a little tricky because you want to make sure you try and get some speed up, right, momentum, but you want to drop it at 30 centimeters. So I'll try my best. Just hold it right there. Yep. Ready, set. I'm gonna move this out even a little bit. like it's a little flatter, huh? Good spot right there. A line on it. All right, we'll be back with our data. All right, so throwing the Play-Doh throwing the can onto the Play-Doh, the thickness after was 2 centimeters, which means we had 1 centimeter amount of squish. So if dropping the Play-Doh on the can resulted in 0.5 centimeters amount of squish, and throwing it resulted in 1 meter difference in the amount of squish, how does speed affect the amount of kinetic energy in a moving object? We increased the speed, and what else increased? Part 2's coming up. See you soon.